Hello, hello, and welcome back to another Chris McPherson Show Daily Dose. It's time to talk some Under-19s Cricket World Cup with the Aussies getting their campaign underway overnight, as well as a couple of other games being in the wash. So let's talk some cricket. But before we do, of course, if you haven't already, make sure to hit like on the video. Get involved in the comments throughout. Let us know what your takeaways are, who you think are on the upswing from here. And if you enjoy the video, hit subscribe as well. You can hit the bell notification down below as well, so you get notifications every time we drop another Daily Dose episode or one of our live watch-alongs is coming up. But let's get into it. Let's talk some Under-19s World Cup coming to us from Zimbabwe and Namibia, the co-hosts. And the Aussies got things underway against Ireland overnight. They won the toss. They elected to bowl. And look, consistent wickets meant that there was no real momentum for the Irish in their batting innings. They were quite slow. At times, it looked like they might have even struggled to get to, say, 200. They did accelerate a little bit late in the innings, but again, it wasn't really a point to be a really significant total for them. They ended up posting 7 for 235. Rob O'Brien was the pick of the batters, batting down the order, 79 from 98 deliveries, helping them get to that total. It wasn't really looking like it was going to be competitive, but it looked like it might be enough if they get a couple of early wickets just to maybe put a bit of pressure on the Australians. But it wasn't really likely to be a situation for that. The Aussies have a good batting lineup, especially headlined by Ollie Peake, who we've seen in the Big Bash for the Renegades. In terms of the Aussie bowlers, though, Charles Lockman was the pick of the Aussie bowlers, 3 for 41 from his 10, nice and tight opening the bowling, taking some key wickets. And look, Australia controlled that chase. They were never really out of it. They only lost 2 wickets to win by 8 on their way to that victory. Nitesh Samway was good with 77 not out, opening the batting, carried his bat. And Stephen Hogan, he was the pick of the batsman. He was player of the match, 115 from 111. And, certainly just convincing, I guess, is probably the best word for Australia's win. It wasn't dominant, but a good start to the tournament nonetheless, and it shapes well to carry those points through to the Super Sixers stage, but they'll get a better test when they come up against Sri Lanka later in the pool stages. In the other games overnight, Afghanistan claimed a big win, setting 267 as a target for South Africa. South Africa were then all bowled out for 238 in response. This one may well determine who finishes on top of this group. This is probably the toughest group, being Group D. They've got the West Indies in there as well, and then Tanzania. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out and what permutations this now has with Afghanistan. They had 3 players claiming 50s in their batting innings, which was quite solid. While Jason Rolls getting 98 for 93 was in vain for South Africa in their chase. South Africa, some real question marks. So 4 runouts in their batting chase just seems a little disorganised, a little frenetic. So something that probably needs to be sorted out for them from here. But yeah, I would be suggesting that they'll be needing to have a look back in the mirror about some of the decisions that were made between the wickets, and questioning too Yorick van Skalwyk, who was their opening batter, 8 from 34 deliveries. Well, I understand it might have been some really tight Afghanistan bowling. Probably need to get going a little bit more than that. Moving on, England and Pakistan was the final game overnight. England was sent in by Pakistan. We're all out for 210 in the 47th over, and it looked a little nervy for the English, to be honest. They might have thought that they had some work to do with the ball. And look, Caleb Faulkner did well with the bat for them. He was 66 from 73. He was their high bat. The leg spin for Afghanistan, Ahmad Hussain, 3 from 38, the pick. He's really handy and quite tough in those middle overs. So bowling 10 overs and going at under 4 and over against a side like England while taking 3 wickets is really impressive. Pakistan, though, they came out immediately. They were in trouble. England had them 3 for 28 early, and they never really recovered from there. They were all out for 173, also in the 47th over, but going down by 37 runs. So a key win for England again. 2 sides that are probably projected to be the top 2 sides in that pool. So if it all plays out to script from here, England should finish on top of their group, which means they'll carry maximum points through into the Super Six and set themselves well for a push to the semi-finals. The captain, Farhan Youssef, was the best for Pakistan with 65, but not enough. They'll go back to the drawing board. I still expect that they'll progress through, likely in second in that pool, but we'll watch to see how their remaining 2 pool games go. Tonight, just 2 games of action. We'll see 3 of the 4 teams we're yet to see in action play. New Zealand still have to wait another day for their first game. They'll be the final team to get their first game underway. But tonight we've got Japan taking on Sri Lanka in Windhoek. I think that'll be quite a lopsided encounter. Sri Lanka should win that one very comfortably. And then in the game in Bulawayo, Bangladesh will take on India. India up for their second game of the tournament already. Already a win over the USA. They'll be looking to go 2-0 and continue their case as the favourites for this tournament. Of course, we'll be back again tomorrow to talk more Under-19s World Cup. If you haven't already, make sure to hit subscribe. Get involved in the comments. Let us know what your takeaways were from today's play, what you're looking forward to over the coming days. And, of course, make sure you stay subscribed to the channel. Lots of content coming at the moment. We've just dropped their Australian Open previews in the last 2 days for the men's and women's draws. As we get into the Australian Open, we'll be doing daily doses there as well. Plenty of basketball content as well, plus much, much more. But until then, a big thank you to you for tuning into your home of the Black and White of Sports. No grey opinions here on the Chris McPherson Show.